Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Deadman here for Deadman Gaming. Now today's video I'm going to be talking about the passive mode in the Nightclub. Someone commented on my previous video where I talked about this being patched, saying that there is now a cooldown period that you can still get the Troublemaker if you go in passive mode. So in this video I'm just going to test that out. Right now I'm going to enter my Nightclub. I'm not in passive mode, I'm just going to enter regularly. I haven't been in here for a while, so let's just see if I do happen to get either the Troublemaker or the VIP. Let's just have a look. Come downstairs, come into the main, near the main bar there, at the bottom of the stairs, and we should get one of them to spawn, and there we go, we've got the VIP has spawned. Okay, so not in passive mode. So what I'm going to do now is just going to leave the Nightclub, and I'm going to enter passive mode and come back in again, because I believe that what happens is, whether you actually do this or not, he won't be there again because of the cooldown. Of course, doing the mission, like driving the VIP home, if it's the Troublemaker tossing him out, it will increase your popularity, but if you leave your Nightclub, they will disappear and you'll start the cooldown period. So coming back into the Nightclub here, and we're just going to double check. Down the stairs into the main bar here. And yeah, I've got nothing spawning. Now I'm in passive mode, nothing spawning. Okay, so what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to set it for 30 minutes just to test first, to see if it's less than 30 minutes, the cooldown. And I'm going to go AFK and I'm going to come back and check it. So let's just skip ahead now. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes and I'm just going to leave the Nightclub. Had a quick look and nothing has spawned in here yet, so I'm going to leave the Nightclub, enter into passive mode, and come back into the Nightclub. And we're just going to see if it's after 30 minutes, is that long enough of a cooldown to spawn the Troublemaker. Okay, so outside, interaction menu, come down to enter passive mode, and let's go back into the Nightclub. Come down the stairs again to the main bar area, which is where you need to be when you're coming in for it to spawn. And it doesn't look like it's spawned yet. Okay, so it's probably longer than 30 minutes if this is indeed a cooldown period as to why we're not getting the Troublemaker anymore. So I'm going to skip ahead again. Okay, so it's now been 48 minutes since I last had either the VIP or the Troublemaker. And look here, we've got the VIP has spawned. Okay, so I was AFKing in the Nightclub, so it appears that after 48 minutes, you're going to get one of them to spawn, whether you're in your Nightclub or not. Now, if you're in your Nightclub, it's going to spawn while you're in here, so I can't really test out the passive mode thing here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the Nightclub quickly now, enter passive mode and come back in and just see whether the VIP's disappeared, whether we're going to have a Troublemaker spawn or not. And if this fails, I'm going to do it one more time, going to AFK outside the Nightclub this time, so I'm not inside when it spawns, so I can enter in passive mode after the cooldown period has ended. It appears to be 48 minutes. So let's just go back inside now. And actually, I'm not going to go passive mode. I'm just going to check if coming back in, because we did it before in passive mode and we didn't get anything to spawn. So I'm coming back in just regularly now. And it doesn't look like anything's spawning again. So yeah, so it looks like you're only going to get the one every 48 minutes, regardless of whether you're passive mode or not, regardless of whether you're in your Nightclub or not. Okay, so what I'm now going to do, I'm going to AFK outside the Nightclub so I can now come back after the 48-minute cooldown period has ended, so I can actually enter into the Nightclub in passive mode. Okay, so let's skip ahead again in this video. 48 minutes later, and outside my Nightclub, haven't been inside yet, so let's go into passive mode, and let's go inside, and let's see, are we going to get the Troublemaker, or are we going to get the VIP? And is it a 48-minute cooldown period? Okay, so let's go downstairs into the main bar area. And there we go, we've got something, what is it? Looks like it's the Troublemaker. Okay, so it looks like if you can go into your Nightclub every 48 minutes in passive mode, it appears you are going to get the Troublemaker. So if you're lazy like me and don't want to drive the VIP home, You can do this. However, if you've AFK'd for a few hours and your popularity's all the way down, you can only do this once in the 48-minute period. See there, I've got my popularity bar all the way full. Yeah, you can only do this once every 48 minutes, so if it's not enough to raise your popularity all the way up, you're going to have to go and swap DJs over, unfortunately. So in the past, you can just leave your nightclub, like I'm doing now, still in passive mode, come back in, and the troublemaker would spawn again. But it looks like they've added a cooldown period to this now, so... Look, my last video was wrong. It hasn't been completely patched. It does still work, but you can only do it once every 48 minutes now. Pretty similar to how the payphone hits are now only every 48 minutes. So that's, look, it's not as bad as I originally thought, but it's still a thumbs down for me because, you know, it was so much easier, like particularly if you AFK'd for a few hours to get all your stock up and that, and then your nightclub popularity drops. It is what it is. So let's move on. So I checked another thing out as well while I was doing the Cayo Perico heist, and that was the safe codes mission. Now I wanted to just check one more time because I only did the mission the once, and just to see if I wasn't bugging out. If you blow yourself up, do you still have the wanted level? Do you still the mission not complete? Like, can you? Do you have to still escape the casino and escape the wanted level? Just let me take these guys out first before I search the body. There we go. Okay. Someone's shooting at me. Quick. I don't want to die having not collected the safe codes yet. There we go. Okay, now let's just blow myself up. And let's see, was I bugging out the other night when I did this first? And no, I've still got the wanted level, so yeah. Unfortunately, you'd need to escape the casino and lose the wanted level. It is what it is. Just going to take you, maybe a minute or two longer to do this particular setup from now on. I called it in a video I did just before the DLC dropped. Were they going to nerf the heist again somehow? And it looks like they have done it. It's only in the setup mission, but yeah, it's still a nerf, isn't it? So yeah, just look, if you don't have the Mark II, because in my last video I said about this, I said go fly and land on top of a roof somewhere. But if you don't have the Mark II, so you can come down here into the tunnel. I just thought I'd check, can you call Lester? And it appears that you can't call Lester to lose the cops, unfortunately. So yeah, just if you got the Mark II, go land on a tall building out of the side of the cops. If you don't have a Mark II, you got a ground vehicle, just come down into the tunnel here, and you'll see that you can, once you lose the cops. There we go, heist prep complete. So there we go, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Just showing that, yeah, I got one thing wrong with the nightclub passive mode thing, and was 100% right here with the safe codes. So if you enjoyed the video, please give a like. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to check out my cubing YouTube channel if that's something that interests you. I'll leave a link below for that one. Until then, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Happy gaming. Cheers.